turned Disney's Hollywood Studios into a giant game of Monopoly.
And I hope Sage learned how to play this time.
Lucky for you, there's a monocle under here.
What?
Light again.
That's right, we are playing Monopoly in Disney's Hollywood Studios, complete with jail, high-value properties, and business transactions. And jail. There's jail. Now we have 2 Monopoly champs here today, and 2 Monopoly losers. That's you and me.
Whoa, listen. I want you to know that Oprah she had to fail in order to succeed.
All right. So we are playing Monopoly in Disney World. This is a super fun game that we've been playing lately. We've done it in Magic Kingdom at Epcot, and today we're taking it to Hollywood Studios. Basically, we've turned the park into a giant Monopoly game board. Instead of rolling dice, we've got cards in our hands, and we have to go to one of those cards in our hands. So as we pull cards, we'll be buying up properties, paying rent on each other's properties, and doing tasks to make some money. I am starting out by heading to the second highest value area in the park. I'm headed to Toy Story Land. I have both Slinky Dog Dash and Toy Story Mania in my hand, which means if I can just pull Alien Swirling Saucers, I can maybe get a Monopoly on Toy Story Land pretty early. So I'm headed that way. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get Slinky Dog Dash, which is a huge time suck first thing, but I think will be worth it in the end.
I am headed right here to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now this one is a little bit of a longer step, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So if you've never been on this one, this is a really fun trackless ride, and it's kind of the staple of the park now. Replaced the Great Movie Ride, and you kind of get to go into like a cartoon with Mickey and Minnie. It's a lot of fun, and honestly, if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, or if you just want something that's pretty cute, I think this is a good one. So we're gonna hop in line, and I'm eager to see how long the line is. I'm also eager to know, like, how's your day going? This is an early morning for us, so I'm pretty excited to spend it with you. It's gonna be a good day, friends. What's it say? 75! Okay, I'll see you in 75 minutes. Au revoir.
Let's just make this a 2 for 2 today and knock this out. So right now my cards are a fun fact at Walt Disney's Presents, go review a bathroom no one else has, Star Tours, walk to the entrance and explain how to get to another park, and then the Frozen Sing-Along. So we are about 30 minutes out from Frozen Sing-Along, so we are gonna knock out some money challenges, money cards real quick. I can knock out 2 in the front of the park right now, which is easy peasy. We can do the bathrooms up front, which is gonna be easy, and then we can do how to get to another park. Boom, bam, bam, and then also we can go straight over to the Walt Disney's Presents, probably walk in there, knock that out, and still make it in time for Frozen. I know it's a railroad. It's probably not the best way to go. We do have Star Tours also. Star Tours right now currently is at a 40-minute wait. I think they are all going to go knock out some big rides that are all about an hour long of a wait. So I can still knock out 5 cards by the time they get 1 done, hopefully, unless they're doing money challenges on the way in. So let's see what happens here, but I think I'm starting off strong.
My strategy is, I think I'm not gonna move around as much today as I typically do. In the hide and seek challenge, all I did was move around. The last Monopoly, I just like bop, bop, bop all over the park. I think I'm gonna solely focus on a couple different lands, but hopefully I choose the right cards. I'm sure, because I've said it out loud, that I'm not gonna move around today, that I'm hoping that's my strategy. I'm sure the cards, they're gonna have me move around like nobody's business. But we don't really have, we can meet Olaf and we have Alien Swirling Saucers. I just don't know if I want those properties.
Now, one thing's for sure is I am not good at Monopoly. I always end up with like no leverage by the end of the game, so I'm trying something different today. Usually I go for as many properties as I can early. This time I'm gonna go for high value properties earlier and hope for the best. I am at all costs going to avoid ending up with railroads. In this park, railroads are shows. I hopefully don't end up with any railroads, which I think is how I've had some trouble in the other games. Slinky Dog Dash is one of the most popular attractions in this park. It is a Slinky Dog themed roller coaster where you hop in Slinky Dog and cruise through Andy's backyard. It is a very fun roller coaster, but it often has a very, very long line because it's popular and not very high capacity. So Slinky Dog Dash is definitely one that we recommend using Genie Plus on. If you do buy Genie Plus, Disney skip the line service for this park, you're gonna want to book Slinky Dog Dash as soon as you can, right at 7 a.m., as that one does actually book up. But I'm headed to hop in what is hopefully not the longest line in the world, but I'm pretty sure it will be, and hopefully it pays off. Now, it is winter when we're filming this, so this is actually okay because Slinky Dog Dash typically has a very hot line in the summer. Really bring water when you get in line. It's about a 2-hour wait right now. So how about to hop in?
All right, so here we are at the front entrance to the park. My favorite way of getting to anywhere from here now is the Skyliner. I love using the Skyliner to head over to Epcot because I can do stops at Riviera, get some coffee, maybe check out a resort or two if I like. And it's just really good to see everything around you. The scenic view is great. I personally tried to get that Moana car, but you know, the ones that don't have any wraps, probably the best ones to choose because you can see everything a lot more. But if you are afraid of heights or you're afraid of doing something like that, make sure you try to get in a covered car because it does block the view a little bit for you and gives you something else to check out. Two birds, one stone, knocking out the bathroom review for you guys. Gentlemen out there, this restroom at the front of the park has 4 stalls, ton of urinals, huge mirror to give that nice check out to see if your fit is looking good, whether you be in your perfect Disney t-shirt, your Roosevelts, or whatever it may be in, you can check yourself out here. And the baby changing table here is extremely long. It's double the size of most baby changing tables, and it's just usually a quick in and out. Even when it's busy at rope drop, you can get in and out of this bathroom because there's so many stalls and so many urinals. So definitely this is one of the easiest bathrooms to get in and out of in Hollywood Studios.
Real quick, while I'm here, I'm gonna head into Baseline to do one of my cards, which is show off a hidden detail. So this is Baseline Tap House, a quick service location, more of a bar location where you can grab some great craft beers. It is a full bar. You can grab some liquor beverages as well, and you can get some light bites like a charcuterie board, a giant pretzel, and more. But the hidden detail that I wanted to show you is all the way here at the top. If you can see the WRIT. ERSSTOP. Before Baseline Tap House, there was a store here. It looked kind of like a bookstore. It's called the Writer's Stop. Before Galaxy's Edge, there was the whole street. They had a whole Streets of New York section, Lights, Motor, Action. But this was supposed to be where all the writers would hang out. They would grab coffee. They would, they'd have their books here. So here's a fun little homage to what used to be here, Writer's Stop.
All right. So something that's been added in the past 10 years here at Hollywood Studios is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Unfortunately, it took over the best ride that's ever been developed here for Hollywood Studios, which have been the Great Movie Ride. So this typically is the ride not to be mentioned or not to be named, but I have to name it just for video's sake here so you guys know that this is a new attraction in the past 10 years. Kids love it, families love it, Disney OGs may or may not love it. But this is something that if they want to bring the kids, they get an opportunity to ride a ride with some bunch of Easter eggs and some fun stuff in there for the old fans. But you also get the newer versions of Mickey and Minnie and the gang here on a super fun ride, so I've been told, and a really catchy song that just seems to never, ever leave your head.
Well, it looks like the cards are not in our favor, and I don't think we really have a choice. So we're gonna go aim for some Echo Lake situations. We're gonna meet Olaf. It's about a 20-minute wait, and you can meet Olaf here at Celebrity Spotlight. This does not look like a 20-minute wait. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. I just want you to know that my friends and I were in the park playing a game today, and you were on my list to see. So I'm the lucky one. We get to hang out together, and it's chilly outside, so this is perfect. Yeah.
All right, new additions. Let's head into Walt Disney Presents and find you guys a fun fact that nobody else has used yet. So one of my favorite things about what has happened and what kind of where it all started is the inspiration from the World's Fairs. So Small World at the Big World's Fair. Right here, the legendary 1964 New York World's Fair was an immersive event. You're going to see a lot of things where we are kind of bringing everybody together, showing a lot of unification in the Small World ride, which is super awesome. Mary Blair art is one of the best things about this attraction. It is timeless. It's a song that didn't get stuck in your head everywhere you go, but it's a fun one. But as you grow older and you get to experience more and more of the parks and more of the world, you really realize how true this ride was from a kid to an adult, how it is a very small world. And this is just one of the fun things that tells you all about the ride and kind of where it started from. All right, so something that we didn't do last time when we played We Are Magic Kingdom is knock out some of these smaller things, earn some money, and kind of jumpstart the game. And that's what we're doing this round, because we've only been playing maybe now for 15, 20 minutes, if we're lucky, somewhere in that range. Not even, and I've already knocked out 4 cards, gained some money. I don't have any properties yet, but we are gonna go get this railroad real quick and go set and watch the Frozen sing-along. So we should be starting here in just a few minutes, not too longer, so I'm gonna go get in line for that, hopefully jump in, grab this show, and then we'll head over to Star Tours, as long as nobody jumps onto that, and get a couple things done as soon as possible. So let's see if we can start getting some cards on the board, own some properties, and start building a little more of a strategy to become that property owner that we once were at Magic Kingdom.
This is fantastic. Ask and you shall receive. The cards definitely helped me out because I was just dealt a new card, and it was Vacation Fun, which is right next to Celebrity Spotlight, which is where I just met Olaf. So we're gonna go into Mickey Shorts Theater, see Vacation Fun, and now we have 2 in our Echo Lake Monopoly. We just need one more. We need to grab Star Tours. Hopefully the cards are kind to us. Vacation Fun is an original animated short with Mickey and Minnie that's kind of more like a montage of Mickey and Minnie shorts, which you can find streaming on Disney Plus. It's a lot of fun. It's that new animation style it's the new animation style that people either love or hate. I think it goes back to some of the old Tom and Jerry kind of animation, not the type of animation, just that style of humor. It's very slapstick. There's lots of when someone drops a piano on someone's head, it's that kind of animation as opposed to heartfelt. There's sarcasm in it. It's really it's more dry and humor driven as opposed to pulling at the heartstrings, which some people love, some people hate, but that's why they're shorts. It kind of dates back to the old school cartoon. Anyway, it's a montage of Mickey trying to get ready for his vacation, and him like remembering all the times that he did go on vacation, how stressful it was, until he was finally able to go on vacation.
And so let's go ahead and get in line for this. I know we have a few other people waiting in lines right now that are about an hour long, so I still think getting us those 4 cards knocked out and then jumping into this, catching this show, is still a better opportunity for us than doing what they're doing. So we'll see what happens and go from there. But let's go get in line for Frozen.
Well, I've been sent to jail. I don't know what I did. It's probably fraud or something. The business tycoon, sometimes you don't make the best business deals, but I gotta go to jail all the way in Star Wars Launch Bay. We chose this area for jail because, one, it's indoors, and there's some fun things that you can do inside of Star Wars Launch Bay, and there's some benches if we need to, because, I still need to be comfortable while I'm in Monopoly jail. But inside of Star Wars Launch Bay, there are a couple different meet and greets. You can meet Chewbacca, Darth Vader, and BB-8. You can see some cool Star Wars memorabilia, movie sets, movie props, costumes, as well as some fun photo ops. And those photo ops not just being meeting the characters like Darth Vader. I mean like playing that Star Wars game. Maybe ordering a blue milk from this fake bar. So, what are you in for? I just realized it's probably not a droid.
I knocked out a whole bunch of stuff before going to this, and I know that Quincy, Emma, and I think Sage all went to do attractions that were about an hour long. So once I get out of here, I should have a good head start on all of them with money and even have an attraction in the pocket too on top of other things. So we're looking pretty good right now. It looks amazing in here. It's kind of chilly outside right now, so this is kind of fitting for the mood. Oh, the stage looks gorgeous. This is super, super cool. I'm super, super excited.
I'm out of jail and I realized I just got Muppet Vision 3D, and I think I'm gonna go purchase that property. It's not technically on the Monopoly that I want. I really need Star Tours, but Muppet Vision 3D is a part of the Grand Central Hollywood Boulevard kind of Monopoly, and Emma has Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, so if I can purchase this, one, I can stop her from getting a Monopoly, but two, if she has Star Tours, if she ends up getting Star Tours, we might be able to make a trade later, so I'm playing the long game here. Muppet Vision 3D is a 3D show hosted by the Muppets, where they are trying to show you everything they know about 3D. They're trying to put it on a 3D spectacular for you, but obviously in their wacky Muppet way. I love the pre-show of this room because there are a lot of fun Easter eggs I know we point these out a lot if you're a fan of the channel, but up here is a net full of Jell-O, an homage to Annette Funicello, which is she was a Mouseketeer.
All right, that was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit dark right now, but I've just updated the app, and currently Sage has 2 of the Echo Lake attractions. I have Star Tours listed on here, so we are going to go ahead and count our steps, head over there, get that card done, and jump in line for Star Tours before he gets there, because currently he is in Muppet Vision, so I'll be able to get over there and block it before he gets to Monopoly and can start building houses and hotels. So we just need to hurry up, get over there, and knock that out as soon as possible. Boom, Star Tours. Let's go ahead and knock this out and get that done. And also, let's knock a burst out. Here is a height requirement thing for anybody else seeing it. This is awesome. I'm getting it all done now.
Finished on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and my goodness, I need to figure out where I'm going now, because you'd think I would have thought about it in that 75 minutes, but I didn't. So let's decide. Okay, so I fully figured out what I was doing. I think we are out of Mickey and Minnie just in time to go see Indiana Jones, which is a card that I have. So I'm gonna try to fight through this crowd and hope that I can make it in. It's a little bit busier today, and sometimes with shows, if it is busy, you can't always get in if it's too close. So fingers crossed. We've made it over. Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. So this is a really neat stunt show that kind of shows you how the movies are made. This is actually really reminiscent of like original Hollywood Studios days of like you were on a back lot. Now you're more of like you're a part of the movie. So this is kind of a reminiscent little leftover of what used to be. It's cute, it's neat, and also you can bring food and drinks in here, so we highly recommend grabbing like a beer at Baseline and then walking over. Okay, so I'm here about 5 minutes before and it is jam-packed. So we are gonna try to go all the way to the end and grab a seat.
Everyone okay in here? We surrender! We surrender!
So I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that I don't have any good news. Dustin grabbed Star Tours, so probably there's probably going to be some pretty intense negotiations happening later on today. Alien Swirling Saucers is a family-friendly attraction where you get into the back of this alien's rocket ship and you're being pulled around, swung around to some classic Toy Story music in this fun electronic way. It is definitely my least favorite ride in the park, but that's only because this is an attraction you might find at any carnival. It's just more pretty because it's Toy Story and it was made by Disney.
All right, I am off Slinky Dog Dash. I ended up only waiting a little over an hour and a half, which I just looked and the wait time has dropped to 95 minutes, so that makes sense. So not too shabby for Slinky Dog, but boy, is that a long wait. In the meantime, it looks like a lot has happened. I just realized that I forgot to, I was gonna show the height requirement sign. The height requirement for Slinky Dog Dash is 38 inches, which is one of my task cards. Make us a little money, so that's good. But I'm headed over to Woody's Lunchbox real quick because I do have a task to share a snack that no one else has shared on a menu. So I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite snacks at this spot. It's very busy, so I don't want to walk in, but this spot does have Lunchbox tarts, which are basically Pop-Tarts, but a little fancier. I really like some of these. They often have a lemon blueberry one that I really enjoy, and I like the raspberry one a lot. They are a little bit overpriced, I think, for what they are, but delicious nonetheless. Okay, now I'm headed over to Toy Story Midway Mania. This is a shooter attraction ride where you play Midway games for points against your family. It is a blast with these little shooters, and all your favorite Toy Story friends will be seen. Wow, it is crowded. We're filming this, I think it's technically the week of Christmas. It's the 18th. So it's very, very busy. This is when you're gonna see some of the biggest crowds of the year. But we are gonna hop in line. It's a long line for this one again. So another bit of an investment, but hopefully it means we have a pretty strong Monopoly later in the game. If I can get Alien Swirling Saucer, I just refreshed because I was like, what if somebody got Alien Swirling Saucers? It looks like Sage is getting it right now, so that's great. But that's all right because we'll hopefully trade for it with him later. So I'm headed to Toy Story Mania.
All right, so we are gonna go knock out a card real quick. We got another card where we can talk about something that's been added in the past 10 years, and right next to us is Baseline Tap House, which is, you know, me, it's my probably second favorite place in this park, sometimes my favorite, so we're gonna head over there. We're gonna play Muppets real quick, and then I think we have a choice. We can go Galaxy's Edge, which is like our Park Place Boardwalk, is the 2 rides there, which is going to be Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance. Maybe we'll get lucky and get one of those, and we'll knock out 2 hours and maybe get a Monopoly there. So that's going to be the route to go here. But otherwise, we can head to Sunset Boulevard, which is still open. We do have a Tower Terror card. We can knock that out. But I think since we're closer to Rise, we're going to do Rise and we're going to knock this out. All right, this is going to be a brutal part of our day here. Get in this line. We're going to take up some time, which is fine. It is what it is. But if we want to get that boardwalk kind of Park Place kind of situation for us, we have to do it. I mean, I do have Tower Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster available, so worst comes to worst, we get through here, we go try to knock out those 2 if nobody else gets to them for us. I know we're going to be here for a little bit, but you know, this is the price we get to pay. This is the life we get to lead to try to win this game. Again, I want to win, but as long as I beat Emma, that's all that matters to me. It's kind of my game plan here, so let's see what happens and go from there. But I'll see you guys on the other side.
Yes, it's a super great family-friendly attraction, and Fry Bucket's one of Fry Bucket's favorite attractions for some reason. But I typically would not ride that attraction if it were any more than 20 minutes. Because we're in Toy Story Land, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay rent to Quincy here at Slinky Dog Dash. 1, because we need to cycle through these cards. I need to make some money, and 2, just because, you know, we got to get rid of these rent cards while they're still low before Quincy, you know, starts to build them up to hotels. I made it all the way to Sunset Boulevard because I think I am gonna have to wait in the single rider line for Rock and Roller Coaster because no one's really touching Sunset Boulevard yet. But while we're on our way, I figured we'd make some money, and we're gonna show off a hidden detail. And this detail isn't really hidden, but it is a detail that not a lot of people know about, so it's mentally hidden. You just can physically see it. And in several locations at all the parks, there's actually a Braille map for the sight impaired, which is really interesting. You know, it doesn't have everything on it, but it has all the current, like the big current things on it. Mickey, Minnie, Runaway Railway, Echo Lake, but basically, you know, for those of you who aren't familiar with Braille, it's all based on dots and the feeling of touch. So as you can see, each kind of couple dots stands for a different letter, different formation of dots stands for different letters, and so as they're feeling it, they can, you know, the sight impaired, it lets them read Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, or, you know, they know where the restrooms are, or first aid, etc. But I think this is a really cool way to one, to help the sight impaired, but also just a really unique detail for the parks that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Okay, just finished up in Indiana Jones. This was so much fun. I really love this show, and honestly what was a lot of fun was the dad behind me was like enthralled. Like, he thought this was the coolest show ever. So it's just cute. Now I will say I've been checking the log, and it looks like most things have been purchased, which isn't great for me because it means I'm gonna pay a lot of rent. But let's figure out our next move and then move there. I thought Sage was gonna buy Rock and Roller Coaster, and you know what? I'll go wait in line for it, because if everybody else is getting properties, I need some properties, and I'm gonna need some heavy hitters. So let's say Rock and Roller Coaster.
Now, if you're traveling down Sunset Boulevard, I always think the stores on the right are just a little more bougie than the stores on the left. For example, there's a whole, you know, store where you can buy jewelry, crystals, and even just the whole vibe of the stores. It just, you know, screams a little more high end. Now, granted, some of the items that you're purchasing are things that you can probably find at multiple or many Disney merchandise locations. It just feels, I think it's the gold and the white and the marble, just feels a little high end. Actually, Quincy and I saw these the other day during our perfect day park hop day at Hollywood Studios and Epcot. But these, I think they're kind of super fun vintage Stitch outfits. Specifically, we got the neon hat here, but really it's this shirt. It's the paint splattered shirt with this very neon 90s look Stitch. Very obviously surfing, but very neon 90s. When I first saw it, I thought it was Powerline. But it is not Powerline, because I was like, oh, this 90s neon has to be Powerline. Nope, Stitch. This is definitely something, this and this hat, definitely a combination I would buy Breedlove for sure.
Okay, so it looks like there's about an 85-minute wait for coaster, but the rent's pretty high on it, so I think that this is the right decision. Look at the crowds today. But we're around the holidays right now, and this is just a good glimpse at like what the crowds look like. This is easily one of the most busy times of the year. So that's one of those, if you're planning your trip, I love being here during Christmas time. It is my favorite time. And I highly recommend it if you ever get the opportunity. But also, just remember, this is what your day might look like. Lots of people, lots of long lines. So just pros and cons to coming around Disney World at any time, of course. And that just is probably one of the cons to the holidays, sadly.
All right, I think we are definitely gonna get on the single rider line for Rock and Roller Coaster. Before we do that, we're gonna hit up one more task to make some money. And we're gonna talk about a food item.
All right, here we go. So if you don't know, Rock and Roller Coaster is actually kind of back here on the back of Sunset. It's a lot of fun. It is an indoor roller coaster themed to Aerosmith, which, you know, I love Aerosmith. I'm not about to sound ignorant. I worked at Rock and Roller Coaster, but if you're on the younger side, Aerosmith is a band. I've literally had someone ask me if they're a real band before. They are a real band, and it is so much fun. It's one of those where their music plays while you're going, you go upside down, and it's more intense, it's exciting, and it's definitely one of those big kid rides in Disney World.
So over on Sunset Boulevard, this is Fairfax Fair. This is a quick service location where mobile ordering definitely is available. This is where you can find a bunch of different bowls. Now these bowls can be a little bit heavy, because a lot of them are gonna feature, a meat and then the base, which is either gonna be mac and cheese or mashed potatoes. There is the soba noodle bowl that's probably a little bit lighter, but I actually really did enjoy the buffalo chicken bowl when I had it, which is chicken breast nuggets tossed in buffalo sauce topped with coleslaw, a served on mashed potatoes, and a waffle bowl for about $14.49 without tax. But the most interesting thing about it is that it's salty and sweet because the bowl is actually in a waffle cone. So basically all the ingredients are in a waffle cone. So there's an interesting sweet savory thing.
All right, here we go. So we're back here. We're about to hop in line. And I just wanted to point out KR&R, the rock station. This is just like a kind of quick bite place to grab some food. But you can normally get corn dog nuggets here, which if you're a Casey's fan, that's pretty exciting. I always like to point it out. Feels like a little bit of a hidden gem. All right, here we are, G-Force Records with 85 minutes. Let's get in line.
Oh man, I royally goofed. As I was making money, Emma snuck into Rock and Roller Coaster, which means she bought it. So while I'm here, I'm gonna pay rent to shuffle through these cards, and hopefully we get something else like, because Tower of Terror hasn't been taken up yet. Lightning McQueen Race Academy hasn't been taken yet.
I did not do very well on Toy Story Mania. I didn't do horribly. I just didn't do my best. I was the beaver, which I've been the cat before. I'm not very good at that game. Emma is very good at that game. But I'm trying to see where I want to go next. So I have a couple interesting cards here. I have Tower of Terror, which is on Sunset Boulevard. I have Meet Mickey and Minnie, which is in Greater Hollywood. I have Millennium Falcon Saga Run, which is in Galaxy's Edge, the most expensive section on the board. Now, typically, I would go to Smuggler's Run to get those expensive properties. But I'm trying to look ahead to trading. And right now, I have two of the properties in Toy Story Land. I'm just missing Aliens Swirling Saucers. So I want to do my best to get some leverage in the stage department. So I kind of think I'm gonna go meet Mickey and Minnie. All right, head into Mickey and Minnie starring in Red Carpet Dreams, 35-minute wait. This is one of my favorite Mickey and Minnie meet and greets. You wait in one line to meet them each separately, and they're both in really cute outfits. Minnie is in a beautiful red carpet gown, and Mickey is in his Sorcerer Mickey outfit, which I think is the best Mickey outfit. But it's a 35-minute wait, which has dropped as I was walking over here, so hopefully it'll be even shorter than that. We're gonna be hanging out right here, waiting to meet Mickey and Minnie.
Oh my gosh, yes. Hi. There's a show happening. It's about to happen right now. This amazing timing. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is about a 12-15 minute show where it features a really cool Lightning McQueen animatronic. That's basically the whole show. It's this really cool animatronic with screens that are almost 360 degrees. We're like 270 degrees. Almost. No, almost 180. I don't know. I don't do math well. But the show is surprisingly fun, really cool technology, and I know Quincy makes her emotional apparently.
How are you? Oh, you look so beautiful. I love the dress and all the jewelry and everything. You look wonderful, so glitzy. Mickey, how's it going? Oh. I have to say, I saw you in Fantasmic the other night, and you were magicking your way all around the stage. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, you're so good at it. I mean, you've really come a long way with your magic skills. Mickey and Minnie accounted for. Where are we headed next? Stage Got Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Okay, so I could go get Tower of Terror, which would split up Sunset Boulevard really nicely, but I also think it's probably a good idea to keep Dustin away from Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, and I can just afford it. I'm kind of close to there, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, my task cards are at the front of the park, and that's not where I am right now. I'm getting hungry, which is okay because the way we play Monopoly is that once the board starts to get pretty full, things start to get owned, we go to lunch because it's a really great time to talk trades. Very dramatic time. And we're getting to that point because there are only a handful of properties that aren't owned. So I'm headed to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
So I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is there's still no good news. Going back to jail again. Ugh, back to Launch Bay I go. Dang it. Especially when lands are so limited right now. Ugh. Yes, I'm back a second time. Yes, I can stop anytime that I want.
All right, I've made it to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This is a pretty popular ride. It is, you fly the Millennium Falcon. It's actually interactive. You actually fly it. The current wait is almost 2 hours, 110 minutes. I'm going single rider, which is typically a fairly effective option in this ride. I have not been in a single rider line with the wait being this long in a long time though. Hopefully it's not too big of a time suck. It is one of the top 2 most expensive properties in the game, and Dustin has the other, and he is very good at this game. So I do not want him to have that top 2.
How dope is that ride? It's amazing. Just got the property, still needs Smuggler's Run, but it looks like it has been taken, which is unfortunate. So there goes the opportunity of that Monopoly. However, Tower's still available. I know somebody was on Coaster, so I'm not card taking, but let's go hit Tower right now. Let's knock out a couple big long waits, and then we'll kind of work our way in, maybe do some trades, maybe try to offer some things up and work it out, but we will see. But also, fun fact, if you didn't know this about me, Galaxy's Edge, the first time I was here and I got to ride Rise of the Resistance, it was on the same ride as the man himself. I actually got to ride the ride on the same trek or same whatever as George Lucas himself. So we got off the ride and got to watch him walk right by us because he was in the car right behind us. So technically I got to ride it before George Lucas, but you know, whatever. We were here at the same time and I got to see him and it was pretty awesome. Just saying. All right, here we go. Walking up to Hollywood Tower Terror, Hollywood Tower Hotel, Tower of Terror. Oh, man. It's time for another coffee, I think. All this walking around. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and knock this out. Looks like we are going to be in line before anybody else is in line. So we'll go ahead and snag this property. And again, keep anybody from getting a Monopoly off the bat. So it's going to take some wheeling and dealing once again to try to work this out. I know Sage did a whole bunch of cards earlier. He's probably got a good, you know, fat stack of cash sitting there. I think I have a pretty good stack of cash too. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Okay, just finished on Coaster. This is a good one. This is a classic. This is like, for me, this was like my first big roller coaster ever. And I think that's true for a lot of people because it is a big coaster in the sense of like it's a big Disney thrill, but it's also like more palatable than things, say, Velocicoaster over in Universal.
All right, jail time is over. I learned some things, got some tattoos. Okay, so I've got some good news and bad news again. Bad news is there's still no good news. I was really hoping to grab Tower of Terror so that way I could potentially maybe trade enough to have 2 Monopolies. But Dustin grabbed Tower of Terror, which means I'm going to do Beauty and the Beast, which means I'll have 2. Maybe Dustin is willing to trade more. I mean, I don't know. But we're going to go to the front of the park, do a quick task to get some money. Then we'll do Beauty and the Beast. We'll buy Beauty and the Beast. And I think the only thing left after that is Disney Junior.
Okay, so it looks like Disney Junior Dance Party is going to be my next move. We literally have, oh shoot, does it say 3:30 for the next one? There's technically a show in the next 5 minutes, but it might be full. So let's see what's happening. Okay, we made it. Thank goodness. So the Disney Junior Dance Party is really cute. It's where you can see a lot of those Disney Junior characters. Mickey comes out. There's a lot of dancing, and it's actually a really great way for your kiddos to kind of burn that energy. So we're gonna go sit in the back, not be a weirdo, and enjoy the Disney Junior Play and Dance. Okay, I didn't want to be weird, but I'm here in the back. Pro tip for parents, there are benches here in the back, so you don't have to sit on the ground unless you want to.
Trades time.
Trades. I'm pulling up the trades.
I know what I want.
Okay, Dustin, Quincy, I'll start us off. I want Galaxy Edge.
In general.
Yeah, just
I'd like the whole land, please. Here's what I'll say. I will give you alien swirling saucers, but in return, I need Star Tours, which is not yours, it's Dustin's. So figure that out.
And I don't own at Galaxy's Edge.
Dustin, what is happening?
Oh, he's just helping braid my hair.
Oh, I think that's bad luck.
I'm stress braided.
How are you financially?
How are you financially?
I'm not well off, but I'm not broke.
What about for I give you Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run
This is
Okay.
in exchange for Star Tours and like 100.
For Star Tours and 100,
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right.
I can do Millennium Falcon for Star Tours and $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dustin,
Let's make that trade.
I give Millennium Falcon. They give Star Tours and $100.
I accept it.
All right.
I have a monopoly.
You do? With Galaxy's Edge, which you're giving to Emma, right?
I have a monopoly. I am not going to do that.
Okay.
I think
what
we're at a
I'm hearing
stalemate
is
to
no
see
more trades.
who can get out of
This
this
is
alive.
wild.
Yeah.
We're
All
saying
right.
no more trades.
No more trades.
Which leaves Dustin, the Galaxy's Edge Monopoly. I have the Echo Lake Monopoly, see you at Tune and Lounge. And Quincy has the Toy Story Land Monopoly.
Emma has nothing.
Let's go.
Okay, we're out of lunch. I am literally walking to Toy Story Land. I now have a Monopoly on Toy Story Land, so I feel good about that. It is the second most expensive Monopoly. And the thing about the most expensive Monopoly is there's only 2 properties. The likelihood of someone going there is lower than when there's 3 properties, like Toy Story Land. So I have the opportunity to drive up the rent really high, and there's more chance people will land on my properties. But I am headed to Toy Story Land, where I am the mayor, and I'm just gonna go buy some houses on Toy Story Mania. The way you buy houses in this version of Monopoly is by just getting a card of your own property, and then you automatically buy houses for as much money as you can. So I think if I'm doing the math right, I'm gonna be able to buy 4 houses on Toy Story Mania when I get over there.
Okay, I've made my way into Galaxy's Edge. Things are not looking good for old Emma. You know what? Maybe next time I'll participate in trades. I don't know. Now I need to pay some rent, and I have several rent cards, but I have Rise of the Resistance, and right now it's only $100. But if Dustin builds a hotel on it, I'm done for. So I'm gonna pay some rent to Rise.
All right, after our dealings, I do have a Monopoly, which I'm thrilled about. But for now, I'm at Star Tours, and let's sink some money into it. Let's build a hotel. We're nailing this now.
I just refreshed to see what's going on while I'm walking. And Sage already has a hotel on Star Tours. It costs $1,100 to go to Star Tours. I have like no money. Oh man, this could get dicey really quick.
Smuggler's Run, we own this now. So this gives us an opportunity to build 3 houses. So I'm dropping down some cash though and getting kind of low, but it's better than nothing. So let's see what happens. Next card, we get a pool. Let's see what it is and we'll go from there.
Here I am, Rise of the Resistance. It's a 120-minute wait, and I'm gonna pay some rent to this because it's $100, and why not? Now let's look at our cards. No, bro. Alien. Okay, just more rent. Alien swirling saucers. I think I have one for myself. I have an Indiana Jones, but I don't want to use until things get dire. So we're gonna head to Alien swirling saucers.
All right, I'm coming up on Toy Story Mania, and this is where I'm gonna be able to hopefully build some houses. So I've made it. Let's see, 4 houses. I have no money. All right, the rent here is now $500, but also I now have like $20. Luckily, I have some of my own cards in hand, so I'm just gonna ping pong around Toy Story Land. I just hope that somebody has to come here. Alien Swirling Saucers is a really cute kind of fling you around ride. It's kind of like teacups mixed with like a kaleidoscope attraction. It's not that intense, which is nice, but I own it. So it's part of Toy Story Land and I own everything here. You see the Statue of Buzz? I own that.
All right, let's head over to our next property, which is Vacation Fun, and we'll sink some money into that. We do need to keep a little bit of money so that way we don't completely just bankrupt. So we're going to Vacation Fun, and boom, 4 houses. I mean, that's a lot of money. Rent is due, baby.
Okay, looking like we have made it over to Alien Swirling Saucers, and we're gonna hang out over here, pay some rent. I'm pretty sure Quincy owns this, but after the trades, my head is turned. So it's Quincy, here's some cash. And so I'm gonna pay Quincy, and I think I can go make some money, but then I have 2 Rise of the Resistance cards, which is not great.
All right, let's do a little quick shortcut around that delicious smelling popcorn stand and show you the Frozen sing-along, which we are gonna go ahead and knock out real quick because we own it, therefore we're not paying rent, saves us a turn, keeps us in the game a little bit longer. Hopefully somebody pays us some rent, makes some more money.
I would really love a task card. I'm headed to Slinky Dog right now, and hopefully a task card comes up right after, because I am so low on funds and nobody's paying me anything. So Slinky's closed, but I'm at Slinky. Then I got a task card. Okay, I have to count steps. I'm gonna count steps back to Toy Story Mania, which is where I'm going. So here I go.
Okay, I have 2 Rise of the Resistance cards. It's still only $100. I'm just gonna pay him rent twice, and then we're gonna keep going.
Starting to get a little nervous. I'm running out of money, and the only thing I can do is either pay rent or build up my properties. So I'm gonna build up my properties because I'd rather invest in myself and pay rent to someone else. So we're back at Celebrity Spotlight, and we're gonna build this property up. We have 4 houses. We have 4 houses on Vacation Fun, 4 houses on Celebrity Spotlight meeting Olaf, and a full hotel on Star Tours. That's our monopoly. I mean, we can still build this up to a hotel, but we just need someone to land on us here, pull the card here, that they have to pay rent because we need the money, and we're the first to build the monopoly. Come on, pay rent.
Here to pay more rent. This is my life now. I've made a little bit of money, but not much. I'm down to, this is one of my lower cards, so I'm gonna pay rent, Frozen sing-along. And it looks like, I'm glad I saved Indiana Jones, because the last 4 cards in my hand outside of Indy is 2 to Dust and 2 to Sage. Both will bankrupt me. So we're gonna slowly walk to Indiana Jones and savor what was left of this Monopoly life.
Hey, you wanna give me money?
I literally already have. Why do you think I'm in Hollywood Studios at this point? I'm just paying rent.
To be fair, I will tell you, I have like no money left, and I desperately need someone to pay rent.
Well, huge spoiler to you in particular. They already know. We talked.
Oh.
I'm walking as slow as humanly possible to my ride, because after that, it's either I'm bankrupting on you or Dustin. depending on what my 5th card is.
Well, listen, you and I as friends, we've come a long way.
Well, if I had to make a choice, it would be you, because Dustin's mad at me and I don't know why.
Dustin's got a vendetta against you. I don't know. What did you do?
I'm asking. Will you guys let me know? I don't know. He doesn't know.
All right. Well, best of luck.
You too.
Send me the check.
We've made it back to Indiana Jones. So let's click it. It'll break even since I own it. And now it is my time, because I'm right next to Vacation Fun and I have no other options. Friends, this was a journey we took together, and sadly, my time on the island has come to an end.
178, 179, 180. We'll call it that. Here at Toy Story Mania, and I'm gonna do a little refresh before I do anything else. You have to be really careful in the end game, because if you don't refresh and find out what's been happening, you could not know that like someone's gone bankrupt. Oh my gosh. Okay, it looks like Emma went out on Sage. Oh, that's not good. Sage is the person who was my biggest threat, I think.
Emma is oot. She's out of it. She's done. Last place. Love it. From first to worst. So she can't be a 2-time champ. I have a chance to be a 2-time champ. She does not. She's out. However, she did lose. Who did she lose to? She did lose to Sage, who had the best and most monopolies. So that's tough, because now he's gained back up.
I'm on my way to jail now, and my hand looks a lot better at this point. I ping-ponged around Toy Story Land for a while, and now I'm sitting on mostly task cards, which we can't do tasks anymore now that Emma's out. It's designed to reduce your hand, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because I'm not great on money, but I'm not really sure how the boys are doing.
If I can grab Meet Mickey and Minnie, I don't know what I'm going to trade for it yet. But I might be able to have 2 monopolies, which would definitely put me over Dustin and Quincy. Quincy has Meet Mickey and Minnie, so I'm gonna text Quincy right now to see if she'll meet up with me, and we'll do a quick trade.
Why have you brought me here?
So, with Emma completely losing the competition.
Yeah, I see that you now have some chops in this.
I do. Just throwing something out there. The answer can be no. I'm way over here thinking about this. I would really like Meet Mickey and Minnie, red carpet trains. In return, I have 3 railroads, and I would love to trade 3 railroads. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I would love to trade you 3 railroads for Meet Mickey and Minnie. Just for funsies, just to mix up the competition a bit. 3 railroads. That's a lot for what I'm asking.
You know what? I think that's a yes. Oh, I'll do it if you do the 3 roads on $100.
300.
I'm like really broke.
Are you really?
Yeah, I have like $28, which like probably someone's gonna pay rent, but like it'd be nice just for the security if you've got the money.
Yeah. Because of Emma, I have over $500 right now.
Oh, okay, so you can spare.
Yeah, I got you, girl.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Done and done. Wait, I can.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go to jail.
I think there's a little collusion to take me out. I mean, I am a former champ. They don't want to see me win again. That's fine, whatever. I mean, my perfect day was the best ever. And
I gave him a monopoly, which is generally ill-advised. However, I got out of it 2 railroads, which those properties alone aren't great, but I also was able to convince him to give me $100. That, I think, will give me enough money to keep me in the game.
I've got an idea here. If she's willing, I'm going to see if she's willing to meet up for this. She doesn't know. My next move is to go to a railroad, right? I've got no money left at all, like $112, whatever it is. And I'm over here by Coaster, so my next move, I have to go to the next card I have, which is Beauty and the Beast. which bankrupts me. But before I go there, I'm gonna offer Quincy a trade. She accepts I'm in the game. She declines, I'm out, I'm done, but she does not know that. It's a bold move, Cotton, a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
So I am headed to Rise of the Resistance to pay. This is it's literally Rise of the Resistance is $100. It is the lowest amount of money I can currently pay. It's the only thing I can currently pay without bankrupting. So I need this to happen. I need to pay this, and then I need someone to pay me a large sum of money or someone to go bankrupt.
Dustin wants to meet, which is super interesting because looking at Dustin's properties, he does not have a lot to offer me. So, really curious about what I'm going to hear here. Unless he's like willing to give up his entire monopoly in Galaxy's Edge, which I highly doubt, then I don't know that we're going to have a deal, but you know, maybe.
Okay, something incredibly shady is happening right now, and I'm not thrilled about it. I don't know what is happening, but for some reason, Dustin and Quincy are meeting up. I saw it on the text thread. They are meeting up for some reason, and there is shadiness afoot. There is shadiness afoot. I don't like it.
From what I can see, I don't have anything to give you, and you don't have anything to give me.
Well, it's not entirely true.
Okay.
Right? This is pretty extreme, but I feel like this can make for a really interesting game.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of hoping all my cards fall correctly.
Okay.
I'm willing to give you, or if you are willing to trade me, I want your 3 railroads and $300.
Okay. Dustin gave me his entire Galaxy's Edge Monopoly. That puts me in a lot better position here. I got 2 monopolies. Things are looking nice. So it just kind of all depends on what happens. I don't know why Dustin did that, because it pretty much just left him with only railroads. Not my business. I am doing great. Sage is still pretty strong though, so if he has a lot of money, then this could really go either way.
Well, this is it. The only 2 cards I have left are Disney Junior Dance Party and Rise of the Resistance, which means I gotta pay rent and I'm bankrupt. This is out. Went from 2 monopolies to nothing. How the mighty have truly fallen.
Just Sage would have just went out on a dang railroad, and I was able to get a cut. We could have evened this game out, and it could have been just hard-nosed battle back and forth. My friends, the original animated short with Mickey and Minnie, Vacation Fun, is where I now bid you adieu, and I am officially bankrupt and out of this game, and Quincy is the champion.
The prize this time was a food review of my choice.
Oh!
Yeah! Yeah, and maybe I'll take everybody here.
See you
Or
at
at least second place, because at least I planned it that way.
Oh, sure.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I think you heard our dinner at Pizza Rizzo's.
I will.
If you like this video, go ahead.
Jinx, they owe us a Coke.
Now go watch our hide and seek challenge. Bye, everybody.
Adios. Now you can't see me.